Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here, and today I want to do a short video about a couple of articles that I stumbled upon from our buddies over at Car and Driver regarding the future of both Camaro and Corvette. Yes, GM is really going to step outside of the box with these. In 2025, we are really going to see these vehicles change a lot. Some people are going to love it. Some people are absolutely going to hate it. But today I will tell you what I found out from those guys. It should be a fun one. If you're brand new to my channel, please do me a big gigantic favor and consider subscribing. Only 22% of the folks watching at home are actually subscribed to the channel, and it really does help the channel a lot when you subscribe. And with that said, off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Now, really quick, before we get too far into the video, just another quick reminder about my petition out there on change.org regarding dealer markup. The insane dealer markup we're seeing right now, is it right? Well, I don't think so. That's why I did the petition. And we are on our way to 50,000 signatures on this thing. Please make sure, if you have not signed it already, that you go do so and share it with as many people as you can. We are starting to see some things change already. We'll just have to kind of keep pushing. So make sure you sign that petition, and on we go with the video. So everything I have heard about the Chevy Camaro is, look, it's going away, right? GM is going to sunset that car after the 2023 model year. Now, I went on their configurator. I do see the 2023s up on Chevrolet's website. Obviously, those are still there. But recently, Car and Driver put out an article. They said that in 2024, we are still going to see the Camaro. And in 2025, things are going to change quite a bit because they're actually going to make a small SUV, and it's going to be electric, and they're going to put the Camaro nameplate on it. Now, this is a page right out of Ford's playbook. We saw the Mach-E Mustang, and you know what? That car actually does pretty well for Ford, but I've always struggled with the fact that they put a Mustang on the front of a small SUV that is all electric, and I'm sorry, but I've never felt like that was a true Mustang. Now, the good thing about it is that Ford is continuing to put out their S650 come in 2024, and you're going to see the Mustang GT out there. You're going to see the Dark Horse, and a lot of people are pretty excited about those because they're going to be the most affordable American V8s as far as we know right now. But seeing a Camaro that is an SUV, all electric, it would just be a really weird thing for me to see. They say that the pricing on it obviously is going to be a little bit more like what you see in like the Camaro SS. But once again, this opens up a whole bunch of options for Chevrolet. As we see from the guys at Dodge, they basically announced, look, on our new Banshee and possibly some of their other platforms, you are going to have several subscription-based upgrades. So essentially, you buy a car with way more capability than what you get from the factory. And if you want to unlock a lot of that capability, guess what? You got to pay for it. So a lot of companies are catching on to this. So it's not a big surprise to see that the Camaro in 2025 may go to something very close to this. Now, in another article, Car and Driver actually went on to talk about the future of the Corvette. And in 2025, we're actually going to see an electric SUV Corvette as well. I know some people are just like, oh my gosh, what has the world come to? But Chevy is actually working on basically an entire EV type brand, including the Camaro and the Corvette as part of that. So it's going to be basically an entire branding strategy from the guys over there at GM and Chevrolet. And that's why you're going to see these offerings come out in 2025. But it is really interesting. I mean, the Corvette is kind of that iconic American sports car. And to see it as a small electric SUV is just a really trippy thing for me to think about, because it's kind of like I was talking about with the Mustang. It's just, I just kind of feel like those things have their place. They became, really iconic because they were so much fun to drive. They were small. I mean, they were distinctive. And now all of a sudden we're kind of muddying the water a little bit by putting these badges, Camaro badges and, Mustang badges and Corvette badges on these small electric cars. And I don't necessarily know if I like that. Yes, I realize that the SUV segment is the fastest growing segment in the world. And there's a a huge market for it, right? I mean, look, Lamborghini makes SUVs now, right? Porsche has been making SUVs for quite some time. Heck, Bentley makes a pretty cool SUV. I mean, everybody has realized the potential and how many people out there want them. But I mean, it's really weird to me to see these SUVs coming out from these companies that traditionally only did really high-end sports cars. And now, of course, we have the iconic Corvette, and we're going to see that take the same route. It is just a weird time to be a car person. Now, one other quick thing that I did not want to gloss over, in that same article with the Camaro SUV, they also talked about the Cadillac Escalade. Yes, Cadillac does sit in the GM brand. So they're talking about the Escalade basically going down the same path. Yes, it is vastly different than obviously a Corvette or a Camaro. But if you're looking at a line of SUVs from Cadillac that they're going to brand the Escalade, that should be pretty darn cool as well, because we know the Escalade is a very luxurious vehicle. And if they have several different lines of the Escalade, I mean, they're going through this whole branding thing where Camaro is going to be almost its own brand, Corvette almost its own brand. And then, of course, if you have the Escalade out there from Cadillac as well, that should give everybody a pretty nice offering if you do like EVs, but not everybody does. Now, if you are not a big fan of EVs, and I know many of you watching at home are not, I've seen it in all the comments, I get it, guys, but all is not lost. Yeah, I don't know about the Camaro, right? I mean, we've not seen the sales really kind of pick up on the Camaro. Will they reintroduce a internal combustion Camaro for 2025 to go alongside its EV offering? We just don't know that yet, right? I mean, that's still on the horizon quite a ways. But what we do know is on the Corvette, they're going to continue to make internal combustion engines, and they are actually pretty awesome. I mean, if the C8 and the Z06 are any indication, obviously we know we've got some other stuff coming down the pipe. We've got like the ZR1. We don't know exactly what that's going to be just yet, but people have speculated, and even the Zora. And some of those may actually feature some electric components, right? Some hybrid type technology, but we're still going to have V8 options on the Corvette. In terms of the Camaro, guys, it is a little bit up in the air. But like I said, the Ford Mustang, that's going to continue to be a V8. So you have that option as well. So if you don't like, obviously, you know, the EVs, and so many of us don't, you can still go out and buy a Mustang GT. You can go buy a Dark Horse. They've even talked about a really upgraded Shelby that they may have coming out with the 0.3 liter engine that they make. I mean, the sky is still the limit on those. So there's still options out there for us. So there's that. So guys, that is about it. I just wanted to share that information with you. Car and Driver, typically a pretty reliable source of information. They've got a lot of insights from the guys over at GM. What do you guys think? What do you think about a fully electric SUV Camaro and a fully electric SUV Corvette? I know how I feel about it. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not saying they shouldn't build them. I've never been a big fan of putting those badges on that type of car, because I just feel like it kind of ruins the legacy of what those cars really are. Just my simple and humble opinion. I would love to know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.